Hi, welcome back to Gooey.AI. We've come up with a few really amazing updates for our AI Copilot, and I'm starting it off with the integration for a web widget. So it's super simple. We've already done a bunch of videos around how to build your own Copilot. So once your settings are all in place, all you need to do is head over to integrations and configure your Copilot. Now, what does it mean for a Copilot to be a web widget? Now, suppose you look at our Learn page here, you can see we've got this little pop-up button here. When you click it, you can ask questions to the AI and it will respond in context of AI, Gooey.AI and our workflows. Now, this was really easy to implement. It just took us 2 lines of code to be added to our Wix Learn page, and we were able to do that super easy. So here's how you do it. So we've already got one bot running here, but for the purpose of this example, I'll just make another one. So I'll just go to add integrations. Usually when you would tap on a new GUI bot configuration, when you go into integrations, it should look like this. And we'll go into our last one, which is Gooey.AI. And now I've got a bunch of things to fill in. It's really simple. All I need to do is add the details. So I'll say GUI support bot. This is a support bot for users of Gooey.AI workflows. And you see that as I'm typing, it's kind of updating here. And then I'll say made by Gooey.AI. And the website is https:/gooey.ai. Now we've added this feature for conversation starters for our web widget. This makes it super simple for you to engage with the user, and they are not faltering in terms of conversations with an AI. So you can start by putting in your own questions that are kind of frequently asked by visitors or your users. So like, how can I use lip sync is a very, very typical question we get at support, or where is the link for AI Copilot? And then, of course, there are questions around credit systems and pricing. You can do up to 4 questions in our conversation starter right now. Now, for this bot, I don't want any audio enabled, but I do want when people are looking at things and they go and ask a question, there are some sources cited so they know that it's coming in from a relevant page from the product. So I'll keep the sources on and I will say update preview. And then I just want to test if this is all working okay, and it will look like this if I go from here, which says test, and I will just test if it's working fine. So I just use the conversation starter, and then it's kind of starting a search query, looking at fetching the knowledge, and then summarizing with ChatGPT 4o, which is what we're using. Currently, we're hosting almost 12 to 13 LLM models, and you can choose between all of them in when you're integrating your bot. Right, so now we've got an answer and we know that it's working fine, and now we are ready to embed it into our website. So that's really, really simple. I've got here just a very simple 1-page HTML file, and I've put it in a local host, and it looks like this. It's a simple test site. You may have it on React or Wix, but the process is very much the same. So I'll just hit this button, copy the embed code, and I'll go into my HTML file and I will just plainly copy this, and that's all I need to do. Now if I check my website, I should have an inline chatbot, but I don't maybe want that inline chatbot. Maybe I want the pop-up, or maybe I want a full screen. So that's really, really simple. Once you've put in the embed code, you don't need to touch the code ever again. You can do all of your settings changes from the config in the integration. So this is super simple. I'll just go into these embed settings, and maybe I want it to be a pop-up. So I'll say pop-up, and I want the label not to say help, but rather to say support, and I'll update the preview. And here you go, on the local server, we've got, we refresh it, and we've got the pop-up here. So super simple. We didn't have to do any changes to the code. And then I can do the same thing if I want full screen. I'll just show that to you as well. You do update web preview, and when I refresh my page, it's giving me a full screen chatbot. So that's it. It's as simple as 5 steps, 6 steps, and you've got your bot. In the next videos, we'll look at integration with WhatsApp, which is also as simple, and then perhaps a nice video about looking at analytics and how you can use LLM scripts to build your own plots that work for you and your business. Thank you.